Here in Sweden, Stockholm, look for the T for the metro for tunnel railway, tunnelbana. While this Stockholm railway station is a little banal, some of them are profound in their beauty, having taken advantage of the cavern works with profound colorful displays. Relatively unique to the T-bana in Stockholm is the fact that the ticket's valid for an hour and you can go and come as you please. Here we are back in Malmö, Sweden. Notice the differential spelling of Copenhagen versus Copenhagen. Well, they both mean shopping harbor. Here in Copenhagen, as you walk outside, Tivoli's over there. That's where Disney got his ideas. Here in Denmark, Copenhagen being right here, go up to Hillerød into the line. Great Danish castle. This is Tingelov on the Jutland in Denmark. You can change here to go to Sonderburg. That's recommended if you like wearing clothes you haven't paid for yet, if you catch what I mean. I'm back here in Hamburg. Not to be missed is probably Europe's best modern art museum right over there, and took advantage of the fact, given the football season was happening, that at that hotel in particular, I happen to know that they have a couple of very inexpensive rooms for workers. So don't be intimidated. This is Hanover, where the best German is spoken. In France, it's Tours. In Spain, for Castilian, some say Lyon. In Italy, Firenze, Florence. In Portugal, Guimarães. And in the United States, Omaha. Just like Tom Brokaw. Now here's a train that leaves 10 minutes earlier and gets to Berlin 10 minutes later than the high-speed train that leaves 10 minutes later and gets there 10 minutes earlier. Here at the new Berlin train station, you can see the Fernsehturm of the East German built, which ironically created a religious cross. There's the Reichstag, and they intentionally placed the new station opposite it, and here it is. Here are some guides that are useful. The Eurail guide they provide you is pretty darn good, getting better every year. And there's the one you need to do to get to England, to the continent. Here are the various ones for Belgium. There's the Thalys, and these two take you to the Eurocity trains. There's the guide for the Poche in French. It's the Belgian guide. Then we go to the Netherlands. Those are the only ones you can get for free. Those are the international ones. Those are very helpful. In France, they have various guides for the TGVs from each of the main train stations, as well as Charles de Gaulle. In Portugal, there's many of them. These are very useful ones. And the smallest one there is the little guide connecting Porto to Lisbon. These are the relevant timetables for Spain. It looks like a mess, and that's because it is a mess. They have the cercanías and some of the special trains, the regional trains. Some of the most important ones are just mimeographed. There's the AVI. Well, don't get me started. In Germany, the two on the ends are examples of two various city timetables, which is the way they list them, not by route. Middle one's for the Nachtzug, the night train. There are a lot of timetables in Switzerland. These are the four you need. These are the four different international ones. Great listings for the other countries as well, for each of the four directions: Italy, Austria, France, and of course Germany. Italy, timetables are hard to come by. I was lucky to get this one here. That's about all you need to know. You probably never will be able to find these. As a little travel map to Vienna, Austria, these two Austrian timetables reflectively match the trains leaving Süd and Westbahnhof to the east and the west, and a couple of the local relevant ones. In Denmark, you absolutely got to get the International Core Plan North. It gives you wonderful time schedules for international services connecting to Copenhagen. And once you get to Norway, look for a tågrutt. When you get to Sweden, you can find the various ones in typical organized Swedish fashion. In Finland, they have individual timetables. These both say timetable in the two native languages, Swedish and Finnish, and the master timetable, which can be helpful. Let's talk about getting ready for your trip. Start packing a couple of days before, living out of your bag, putting only in stuff you need. Take along something like Neosporin for cuts, paper money included. Also for rashes, athlete's foot, I use chlorpromazole. And pack light. You're going to buy some clothing while you're over there. Now let's talk jet lag. I've tried things, melatonin, eye techniques, protein shifting. You know, it takes a day for each hour of difference going eastbound, 9 to 6 hours for those Americans. Might explain why they get a little cranky, among other things. And, take advantage of it. You might want to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and go night clubbing. Green tea doesn't help the adjustment, but it does get your body up and running. Let's talk about attitude. Most people, ourselves included, tend to treat people like the last person we dealt with instead of looking forward to the next one. We tend to concentrate on the negative instead of the positive. Here's a little digital trick. Take a picture not just of maps that you need, but also of situations, and you can erase the picture, erasing the memory. Make it a point to prove someone wrong by being too nice to them. It just makes them so mad. And let's talk about money. You know, debit cards for ATM machines and credit cards, 3% surcharge. You're going to get it anyhow. If you go through a billing cycle, or you're going to throw a whole time over there, or you take a cash advance, bring your own check and pay it off in full, plus some extra before it's due.